nobody really understood why an XRP should exist or why Bitcoin should exist. How can you get people to dive in deeper into like DeFi if they don't even understand the fundamentals of that, right?
What is the crux of the communication problem for crypto companies today that you help solve?
Crypto is still foreign to a lot of people, and so to simplify the tech and make it digestible to the mainstream, I think that's what's important.
Really? So would you say for most of your clients, the audience is the mainstream, or is it, I guess it's a combination of things?
I think everybody wants mainstream adoption, right? For this industry to excel, like that's what we need. So I think that there should always be like there might be a technical audience, but it's very important in order to get into mainstream media to simplify it to something that they would understand.
Okay, so a big part of your work then is to get your clients into mainstream media. Is that what you're saying? And how do you do that?
Yeah, like look, I was a host of CNBC Arabia. I produced the first Web3 show there.
Okay.
And I remember the issue is that nobody really understood why an XRP should exist or why Bitcoin should exist. And so how can you get people to dive in deeper into like DeFi if they don't even understand the fundamentals of that, right? So that's always been my mission, is to simplify that. And I think that this traditional tier one media, that's what gets more viewership. And now what's great is all these like Forbes and Bloomberg, they have their like crypto desks and crypto segments. So they are getting there, but it's like how do you speak their language?
But isn't traditional media dead? I mean, you hear a lot of people like Elon Musk and others basically say, he's talking to his community of, let's say, influential followers, and he's like, you are the media. He's like, trad media doesn't exist anymore. What do you say to that?
Yeah, but where do you get your news from? Like, where do you keep up with the news?
Twitter?
Just on Twitter?
I mean, it's Twitter as a hub.
Yeah.
That then directs me to a lot of different places.
Then, like, people from Twitter are still quoting traditional media sites, right? So it's like, still at the end of the day, yeah, like social media is very important. That's also something that we put a lot of focus on. But I think that these traditional media outlets, there will always exist, and they're evolving. They're becoming more digitized. Even if you follow like a CNN or Fox News or CNBC on social media, like you're still following news sites there. So I think that there's still a demand. I do agree that like it is evolving, but I think there'll always be a need for traditional media.
What is your assessment of this industry? How long have you been in the industry, and how have you seen it evolve basically up to today?
I've been in the crypto space since 2017.
Okay.
And when I first got in, there was no traditional media. The traditional media only covered crypto in hacks and scams and in the negative spotlight. What was being utilized was Reddit, Discord, remember 4chan? Like there were all these forums, Bitcoin talks.
Yes.
There was like all of that.
That's the original.
Yeah. So that's kind of where like we used to try to post about our clients. Now all our clients want to be, they want to be on the tier one mainstream media. They want interviews on NASDAQ and then on trade talks and investing websites. So like, yeah, it's changed quite a bit.
I'm going to ask you to divulge a little bit of your secret sauce, but a lot of our followers might be, smaller startups, etc., that maybe not in a position to hire your services or ours, to be honest. What would you say to them? Like what is a trick? What is a kind of a well-known secret that maybe, or a lesser-known secret that they can perhaps adopt to at least try to maybe not get on NASDAQ or in Bloomberg, but, get their name out there, basically?
Social media. Nowadays, almost everybody has social media. And that's how I started my company, is like I was like, as a founder, you're the best representative of your brand. You are your own brand ambassador. So work on your own profile. That's the best way that you can draw traction to yourself.
Personal profile, you're saying.
Personal profile.
So the founder's profile is really important. And then is it true, and I keep hearing this, that like a company profile on LinkedIn, for example, it's very hard to develop that, much harder than, let's say, my personal profile. Is that true?
Yeah, definitely. People like to see people, right? So it's like if you're like, and especially with the rise of AI, like if you're authentic, your brand is more humanized. I think that goes a long way.
And how do you become authentic? If you, some people kind of freeze in front of a camera or just don't know what to say, or even though everyone has a personality, but how do you connect with your authenticity?
I mean, look, it's not for everyone, right? But like if you look at if you look at the majority of successful entrepreneurs out there, look at Elon Musk. Like he's vocal, and like he wasn't always like that. Like he's, if you see his interviews, he can get even a bit awkward at times. But that's authentic. Like that's what people like about him. So just be you.
Just be you. Yeah, my hero is Richard Branson.
Yeah, he's great. Like he's a fantastic profile. Even like look at what Steve Jobs did. Like he had great stage presence.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you have to. If you're a founder, there's no two ways about it.
Thank you so much, Nikita. Pleasure speaking with you.
Sure. So nice.